Hello everyone, this is Chef John. How are you doing today? Today I will be teaching you how to air fry fried chicken. Today I am using the Emerald Lagasse Air Fryer 360. So our first step is to wash and clean our chicken, of course. And the next thing is we're going to prepare our marinade. So I use 1 cup of buttermilk and 1/4 cup of hot sauce of your choice. And then you add 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of black pepper, 1 teaspoon of onion powder, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, and 1 teaspoon of paprika. And you whisk it together. And then, so now I'm going to add my chicken to my marinade. And you can let your chicken sit in your marinade anywhere from 45 minutes to 24 hours. And what the buttermilk does, that it actually tenderizes and makes your chicken really juicy. So now we have the marinade in there. And so we're going to let it sit for a little while. I'll move this over here. So then in the meantime, with any air fryer, you should preheat your air fryer. So I'm going to set the air fryer on air fryer, of course. And then I'm going to cook at 395, depends on your air fryer. And we're going to set the timer to 30 minutes. Okay, then we turn it on. So at this point, it's starting to preheat. So next what we're going to do is, while that marinates, we're going to take our flour, use 1 cup of flour and 1 cup of cornstarch. That's what makes your chicken nice and crispy. Then to that, you're going to add 1 tablespoon of salt, 1 tablespoon of pepper, 1 tablespoon of onion powder, 1 tablespoon of garlic powder, 1 tablespoon of paprika, and then I actually like to add an extra teaspoon of Lorry seasoned salt. So then, after you put all your ingredients in, you stir them together, make sure they're very well blended until it's all blended in very, very well. Just keep stirring and stirring, or you can either use a whisk if you like to make sure that all your seasonings are distributed evenly. So then what you also do is take a spoon and put just a little bit of your marinade into the flour batter. And that's going to help it stick to your chicken. So our next step is, let me clean up some of my mess here. Just put that over there. Is to bring your crisper basket to your air fryer. That's what you basically use for frying all types of items in there. And you're going to take your chicken and you're going to take off some of the juice off of the marinade, and you're just going to flip them over really well and batter them really good. You can also use a plastic bag if you like, but I just prefer doing it this way. Kind of like getting your hands dirty a little bit. You kind of feel the texture of your chicken. And then you're going to set it on your crisper basket. Just continue to do it till they're all finished. And the air fryer is still preheating. You can do any parts of chicken that you like. Today I'm basically using some chicken wings. And you want to put them on your crisper basket. Make sure you do not stack any of them on top of each other. Because they need they need space so that the air can circulate better on them. So we just continue to do this. And you notice how I have them on the basket. And always when you're doing this, put your paper towel or something under your basket because it can get pretty messy. So we got a couple more to go. And have you some water by, or just go right to the sink so that you can wash this off your hands, or you can either wear gloves. But it's just so much more fun when you do it this way. I love it this way. Okay, so then you just sit them in your basket. So excuse me for one moment while I wash my hands. You can listen to the jazz play. I always like good music while I'm preparing food. And then you just set all this to the side. So this is the most key, this is the most important key right here, is that this is called an oil mister. This is actually olive oil. Best thing for a person that does air frying all the time. So you make sure that each piece is sprayed very evenly with your oil. And that's on both sides. Hope you can see me here. So I spray all this side, and then I flip each one of them over. And I spray them. Okay, my air fryer is ready. Oops. So I'm just finish this one. Okay. And finish that one. And flip this one over. But this is the key to the really crispy chicken, is this oil sprayer. And the misters are very good. So now, my air fryer has already started. So we got 29 minutes, 27 seconds. So I'm gonna put it in here. You put it on the proper shelf of your air fryer. Just sit that in there. And I know that I still have 29 minutes. And that's it for now. So I will return in about 15 minutes. In the Emerald Lagasse 360 air fryer, you don't have to flip it over, but a lot of air fryers at about halfway point, you will have to flip your chicken over so that it browns and it gets crisp on both sides. So I'll be back. I'll be back with you all. I'm gonna take a little break, clean up my mess, and I will be back. Hey everyone, this is Chef John. I'm back. Okay, we're almost down to the wire. We have about 3 minutes and 17 seconds left on the air fryer. It's looking nice and golden. So I'm going to use my thermometer. It's always good. This is called a digital thermometer. So basically, as soon as you stick it inside your meat or fish or poultry, whatever, it will give you the temperature right away. So you know that chicken, any poultry, is done at 165. But you can actually let it go to 175 or whatever. It'll get a lot more tender. Okay, well, let's take a little quick peek. It's almost finished, but let's just kind of take a peek. It's looking nice and golden brown. See a little grease is coming out of it. I should say juice. The temperature is 180 something, 183. So it is just about finished. So let's go back over some of the points. In your marinade, and in your batter, in your flour batter, in both of them you use 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of pepper, 1 teaspoon of onion powder, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of paprika. And you mix that with your 1 cup of buttermilk and 1/4 cup of hot sauce. It's not hot and spicy or anything, it just gives it a nice flavor. Then in your flour batter, use 1 cup of flour, 1/2 a cup, I usually use a little bit less, but 1/2 a cup of cornstarch. And then you repeat the 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of pepper, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of onion powder, 1 teaspoon of paprika, and I'll even use almost maybe about a 1/2 teaspoon of Lawry seasoned salt. You can, pick your choice if you like Creole seasoning or whatever like that. And you stir it all together. You batter it, and then the main point is using your oil mister, because you want to make sure you spray it very well with the oil, because that's so vital part of your crispiness. So hope you all have had a great time today. Hope you've learned something. Hope I've answered some questions, worked through some things, because I do hear a lot of people say that they cannot get their air fryer to work properly. But do not let it intimidate you. It's actually just a very easy machine. I'm actually new at this. I've had my air fryer for about maybe 2 months. But I've rotisserie chicken, I've rotisserie turkey breast, I've fried fish, I've done burgers, I've done vegetables. So I've made grilled cheese. I've used it to reheat things instead of the microwave because it makes the crispness comes back. So they're very useful. And basically here with me it's just me and my wife. So it's the perfect size for me to prepare a meal. So this is Chef John. I'll be coming back with you with some other instructional videos pretty soon. Right now you can get in touch with the Dalton Library and they will give you my information and we'll take it from there. So let's take a look. We're down to 13, 10, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So my air fryer is about to turn off. I usually like it to sit in there for a few minutes just to make sure it's finished cooking. But I already checked the temperature so I know that it's the proper temperature at this point. So let's take a look. Let me get me another pot holder so that I don't burn my hands. And let me get a paper towel. Even though there's no grease or anything, but I just want to keep my counter clean. So let's take it out. Now sometimes with the air fryer, you will still see a little of the flour or something residue on there. I haven't quite figured out how to get rid of that issue. But as you can see, it's beautiful fried chicken. It's done all the way through. Sticks a little bit, but it's nice and crisp and brown. Make sure you can see it very well. So we're gonna let it cool off for a minute. No grease, no oil, and it's nice and crispy, and you'll be shocked at how juicy it is. So I thank you all so much. This is Chef John, sometimes called the Jazzy Chef, because I do love jazz while I'm cooking. So you'll have a great day. This is Chef John's Air Fryer Chicken.